Hello, and welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I was going to come live earlier on, but family events took over and I couldn't. So I'm here now, and yes, let's get started. Let us get started. Okay, so while I'm waiting for people to come and join, let me do something here. Edit your file.
It's who tax help?
Who tax help?
I dey tell you. Since
Okay. Tithe or tax. Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Just trying to sort this thing out. Hope it works. Looks like it's not going to work. I'll be back 1 second, guys. This thing is playing me up. Okay, I'm back again. For some reason, StreamYard just decided to play me up. But let's get started. This is going to be a short live stream. Um, so no time to waste. Let's get started. So this video is titled Tax or a Tithe? What's more important? And I want to show you what is important to some Christians. Um, this is a video from Nigeria. Nigeria is a highly religious country, highly religious, and um, they. It's interesting to see where people's minds and where they at with religion and how they feel about paying a tithe or paying either paying tax or paying a tithe. So what is tax? So a tax is an imposition of compulsory levies on individuals or entities by the government. Taxes are levied in almost every country of the world. So a tax is levied in almost every country of the world, and it is used primarily to raise revenue for government expenditure, although they serve other purposes as well. That is a tax. What is a tithe? A tithe is a portion, 10% of your income, given as an offering to your local church. So 10%, no, well, your tax is to the government, and your tax is to your local church, which is 10%. So it's interesting to see where people's minds and how people think and how religion has messed people up so much so that they would rather pay their tithe than pay a tax. Now, the question is, who are you paying this tithe to? Not paying it to God, because God hasn't got his bank details. So who are you paying your tithe to? At least the government, you know where your money is going. So, anyways, let's get started. Let me share here. I hope this video works.
Who tax help?
Who tax help?
I dey tell you.
Just 1 second. Working. That's great. Okay, so let's get started. So this is a video of someone's gone out on the street to go and interview people to find out what they would rather do. Would you rather pay tithe or would you rather pay a tax instead? So let's get started.
Since Governor Fashola left Lagos State, I've not seen any effect of our tax in the economy.
Butter, box.
Hey, Teal.
I don't know about other parts of the world, but in this place, my people don't smile at all when they hear tithe or tax. Some people even feel like they are being cheated by their religious leader or the government when they are asked to pay. Well, I think it's because not everybody understands the meaning, values, and why we need to pay our tithe and taxes. Okay, now let me explain. Now, you see this tithe of a thing, it's 10% of somebody's income. Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, you have to give it to God. It's so compulsory, sure you understand. And for tax, it's a compulsory contribution, financial contribution imposed by the government to raise state's revenue. So my question for the people on the street and you that you are watching, I have two questions actually. When was the last time you paid your tax and your tithe? And would you rather pay your tax or your tithe? Answer. When was the last time you paid your tithe?
I'm a fluent and a frequent tithe payer in church. I do that often because I'm a self-employee. I do my business and I pay my tithe often in church. Every
Paid last Sunday. Wow.
Of course, I do.
When
that.
was the last time you paid your tax then?
I don't pay tax anyway because I'm not earning from any government, so I don't pay tax.
You don't think it's important? Or
So she pays her tithe very regularly. She pays, constantly pays. But a tax, no. She is not going to pay a tax because she works for herself, and no, she's not going to pay her tax.
I don't think it's important because I'm not earning anything from the government. I am earning for myself. I still pay every day because whenever I see the less privileged people that I think I'm better than a little, I give, even if it's 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira. So I don't need to measure it with one thing or the other.
so when was the last time you paid your tax?
Tax. I still pay NEPA bill this month now.
The gentleman asked her, when was the last time you paid your tax? And she said she still paid her electricity bill. She thinks paying a tax is your paying your electricity bill. Unfortunately, no. It's completely different. These people haven't got the idea. They think that because you pay your electricity, you don't have to pay anything else.
My funny.
So tax, I have not paid for like a year now.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, when was the last time you now paid your tithe?
My tithe. Like it's not easy to calculate like that. So sometimes I calculate it and the figure might not be correct. So I would say I still do pay sometimes, but I cannot categorically say that I pay the right amount.
That would be last week.
I thought you wanted to say last year.
No, not last year.
That's too long. Oh. Pay now for me now.
Because you don't look like a person that is. We pay to people that need to pay to, like beggars.
Dying. God forbid.
I'm not working. So, and when I'm working, I'm supposed to pay my tithe every month.
Your tax inco.
Same as well. I'm not working.
I'm not working, but everybody, as a good Christian, you are required to pay your tithe. Of every little amount of money I get as a gift from people, I make sure I remove a little out of it. Even though it is not up to 10%, I remove a little out of it to give to God.
When was the last time you now paid?
Okay, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was saying, that in Africa, the people are taught to pay a tithe of gifts. So if you haven't got money to give a tithe of, you have to give a tithe of your gift. So anything what's given to you, if someone gives you a wristwatch, if someone gives you a car, a house, whatever, you're supposed to find the money value and give a tenth of it. So this gentleman just said he's not working, young guy, not working. So he doesn't pay tax. But any gift he is given, he takes something and gives to church in the form of a tithe. He's not working. So automatically he's not going to pay his tax. But the tithe, as a good Christian, whatever he gets, he still has to go and give 10% of whatever gift he is given. This is the problem of Christianity, the problem of religion. People are not working, but you still demand that they pay out of money they haven't got. They have to give money from gifts they are given.
Paid your own tax.
My own tax, okay, fine. Okay, I'm a citizen, but I know it is the legal right for me to pay my tax, but I've not paid once before.
I'm a Muslim.
Muslims don't pay tithe.
We do, but our own is zakat.
Okay, zakat. When was the last time?
So the Muslims pay something called zakat, and zakat is like a form of a tithe. So that is the Muslim version of a tithe. It's called a zakat. I don't know how much percentage zakat is. I don't know how much. I know the Christian tithe is 10%, but I don't know the Muslim zakat. I don't know how much the percentage is.
You paid your zakat.
Last Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, when was the last time you paid your tax?
Oh, that one is normal now. Before they pay me my salary, they deduct it. So yes, so
I paid it last month.
So the Muslim guy, his tax is deducted from his income automatically. So he pays his tax. Fadi, she had a hello, Fadi. Fadi, she had it says it's the same. Is it 10%? Is zakat 10% as well? Please let me know. Is zakat 10%? Or is zakat just anything you have? Oh, 1/5 to the myth of God. So zakat is 1/5. Are you serious? 1/5. Oh, hello, Philippe, Beraldine. In the US, they got the same scam. Old people sending their dollars. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Okay, one fifth. One fifth. The Christian one is 1/10. So one fifth. That's not too bad. One fifth. It's not as much as the Christian version of paying 1/10. But even then, why does the God of these religions, why does their God need money? Why does their God demand so much money? That's the question. One fifth. Okay, Fadi, thank you. Interesting.
What about this month?
This month, well, we've not been paid for this month, so if they do, I'll definitely pay my
So
tithe
you
because
pay everything.
yes.
Why?
Sorry,
Why?
my tithe.
Why?
Well, because the tithes is actually mandatory for every Christian to pay because that is actually as in it is like a necessity because if you do not pay it, God would definitely come for it, and if it comes
If you do not pay your tithe, God will come for his money. It's his money. God will come for it. God needs his money. This all knowing God, all powerful, omniscient, omnipotent, omni everything, he still needs your money. He's omni everything, but he needs your money still. It's his church, it's his mosque. You would think that an all knowing, ever present God will. Can you guys hear me? Guys, please let me know. Can you hear me? Looks like my microphone working? Okay. An all knowing God, big, wonderful, glorious in all his ways, but he needs your money. He needs your cash, your earthly. You see, God he's in the heavens where you don't need to spend money, where you don't need to have, there's no cash. But he needs your earthly cash. Did you say, shouldn't God support the church? That's a good question. It's his church. He should support his own church. Easy, no God. But preachers are here to make a living. Philippe Beraldine, can you ring that? Can you ring that very loudly, please? They need to hear it, Philippe. Ring it loud. Let somebody hear you. What God are these people paying to? You said scare tactics. Loud and clear. But the trouble, Philippe, is these people shut their ears. They don't want to hear you. They would rather give this money to the God of these men. I know governments can be corrupt. African governments, a lot of them are corrupt. In most cases, the religious leaders work hand in hand with the politicians. They're all just all on the same, all together. Corruption. But your tax is compulsory. However corrupt your government is, tax is compulsory. Hey Jenna, Jenna, I'm going to message you this week. Okay? I'm going to send you a message this week. They're too comfortable as they've been indoctrinated. I agree. I completely agree. So let's carry on. It's a short video. It's not
For it, you
one of
wouldn't like the
those.
way he would come for it.
You come like physically or inside dream.
Are you serious about this?
I'm just joking. So when was the last time you paid your tax?
My tax. Well, I think the federal government actually deducts it from our alawi. So I think they definitely deducted it from the
That
last
means
month
automatically
salary.
you are paying.
Yes.
No, I don't miss my tithe. This month.
Really?
Yeah, sure no.
Wow.
At least first Sunday now. On the first Independence, first Sunday, at least.
You paid that one.
Sure.
But before that one, when was the last time you paid?
September.
You know they miss her.
No.
So when was the last time you paid your tax?
Tax. Tax. Anyways,
This young man pays his tithe no fail at the start of the month. Every month. Every month he pays. Every month. But when asked, when was the last time you paid your tax? No, 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 no. Shows you where the priorities of these people lies. All right, Jenna. God should help the church to grow. Everything depends on humans and money. Theo, well said. Well said. God cannot take care of his own business. He needs people's money for his own work. Celine, hello. The young man says, no fail, every month he pays his tithe. But when asked, when was the last time you paid your tax? He laughs. He laughs.
I won't lie, you. I've never paid. I've never paid my own tax at all.
Why?
I've just never paid it before. That's just it.
He has never paid a tax in his life. He has never paid tax, but he pays his tithe religiously every month. Guys,
Which one would you rather pay? Your tax or your tithe?
I rather pay the tithe.
Why?
No,
oh, Celine. Celine's going on a date on Saturday. Listen, I wish you all the best on your date, and hopefully that date leads to a second date, a third date, fourth date, and many more. Yeah, I wish you all the best. Enjoy. Enjoy. So, anyway, let's get back to this video. Young ladies asked, when was the last time? No, she was asked, what would you rather pay? So let's see. What did she say?
Which one would you rather pay? Your tax or your tithe?
I rather pay the tithe.
Why?
No, I think the tithe is better because they use that one to help people, the less privileged.
What about tax?
Tax, that one, because I am feeling as if the government is cheating me. I'm feeling used.
I'd rather pay my tithe.
The young lady said she would rather pay her tax. No, sorry. She'd rather pay her tithe because paying the tax, the government is cheating her. But she doesn't think that the people she's paying the tithe to are cheating her. In fact, she said the people she's paying the tithe to use it to support the less privileged in the society. So the pastors who demand your 10%, they're not Levites. They're not Levites. Your pastors that collect your 10% are not Levites. But they're not cheating you. They're not cheating you. You pay this money, you don't know where the money goes. But they're not cheating you. But the government, who you should compulsorily pay your tax to, they're cheating you. the mindset. I'm just trying to show you when you allow Christianity and religion to dominate a place, no enlightenment, no exposure to the world out there. You allow religion to take over. This is what you get. These people have been indoctrinated to believe that the government is cheating them, but their pastors are not cheating them. The pastors who are not supposed to be collecting this 10% are not cheating them. If God has to work through people, then what's the point? What is the point? Why can't God do his own work? My parents are skeptical of dating apps, but as long as you use common sense, things will be fine. Dating apps, well, you've got to meet people somehow. Celine, you've got to meet people somehow. And if it means going on the dating app, yes. But be careful. Just be careful. And there's a lot of catfishing. You see some hunky looking guy, then when you go out there you see him, he's nothing like what you saw on the pictures in the app. So let's be careful, Celine. But I wish you well, though. I wish you well. I've tried dating app myself, and I think they can be quite useful and successful. I hope you find success in whatever partner you're looking for. Yes, Jenna, thank you. Thanks for saying that to Celine. Yes, I wish you well, Celine. At least governmental tax shows a result, good or bad. Philippe, it's compulsory. It should be compulsory. Whether they do good with your tax or they don't do good with your tax, it should be compulsory. Taxes paid to a god, no result, no show. You can say that again. Let me block this spammer in the chat. Okay. Oh, these people, the average.
Who tax help?
Who tax help?
I tell you, since Governor Fashola left Lagos State, I've not seen any effect of our tax in the economy in Lagos.
Your tithe is more important.
More important.
More important.
So the gentleman before this one says, who does the tax help? We don't see the benefits of paying our taxes. So what's the point in paying it? But I'll pay my tithe. This gentleman you're seeing right now has just said, I will pay my tithe. The majority of them will pay tithe. They don't know where this money goes. That's why their pastors fly private jets. One pastor said in Nigeria, he said he's happy that the pandemic has gone on for so long. He's so happy because he became richer during the pandemic. The pandemic made him richer. He bought his fourth private jet during the pandemic, and he's praying that the pandemic doesn't go away. A preacher said that to his members. It's on my channel somewhere. Look at these people. Some of them do not know where the next meal is going to come, but they would rather pay tithe than pay tax. Hey, Beej, hello. I was thinking about you when I was downloading this video. People would rather pay. Okay, Celine, I wish you well. But your punishment will be severe. That's if you don't pay. These people have been taught. Did you not hear them earlier on? Till they said, if you don't pay God his money, he will come for it. If you don't pay God his dues, he will come for it by force. If you don't pay God his tithe, he will come and get it. When you least expect it, he's coming for you. It's sad. Taxes paid to a God. No show, no results, nada, nothing. And that preacher will baptize his jet plane COVID-1. You can say that again. The man came out and said he bought his fourth private jet. Fourth one. Four. Dingbat. These preachers, they're sucking these people dry. But these people don't see it. They don't see it, unfortunately.
Tax is less important.
Well, it's important, but the tithe to God is more important.
Why?
Than tax. Yes, now you don't have to rob God.
You don't have to rob
You don't
God.
have to rob God, but you don't have to rob the nation.
But we can rob the government.
We can't rob the government as well.
Okay. You don't want to make them come carry you.
I'll pay the both of them, but I'll pay my tithe first before my tax.
The other gentleman said, don't rob God while you have to pay your tax. Okay, so don't rob God. This one says, I'll pay both of them, but the tithe is more important because it's God's money. It's God's money. God needs his money. Can you imagine that you serve a God that is only after your money? Imagine serving a God that needs your money so desperately. Imagine serving that kind of God. Should be able to pray the pandemic away. How many of your people will have to die? Good question. And these preachers, they claim to be able to heal. They can heal people, or they can lay hands on people. People get, people who are sick get healed. Why can't they go to the hospital and cure everyone of COVID? What happened to their healing powers? But they make money during the pandemic. They make money when the pandemic is crippling people, crippling societies, crippling economies. Dumva, how are you today? Dumva, the northern aggressor. Robbing God would be like robbing. But Philippe, if you rob Superman or rob Spider-Man, nothing will happen to you. Nothing will happen. But if you rob God, well, nothing will happen because they're all just make-believe. But try telling these people that. Try telling them. Making God sound like an evil landlord. That's what he is. Because he needs your money, Beej. He needs your money. You serve a God that is so desperate for your cash. Oh.
Why?
Because it's God first.
I'll pay my tithe, of course. God earns enough. As in, he owns a lot. He gives me everything. He deserves everything. So I think I should refund God from what he has been giving to me. So I send my tithe to God, not government.
Is the government not giving you everything you need?
They are not.
See road now, see railway.
I think our new Nigeria is very poor. So I don't think I'm owing any government any tax payments, but I'm owing God.
My tithe, because tithe is 10% of your income, and I believe if you pay tax, your pay tithe rather, you would actually, as in, the blessings will be there, so you have money to pay that.
Because of corruption, I'll choose tithe. Because Islamically, zakat.
So because of corruption, he would rather pay This gentleman, he's a Muslim. Okay, so he pays his zakat and pays his tax. He pays both. But if he had to choose, he would pay his tithe because the government are corrupt. Hello, are we going to tell him? Who is going to tell him that his leaders, the ones collecting his money, they're also corrupt? Who is going to tell him? Beach, are you going to tell him? Doomver, are you going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? Wouldn't pastors be robbing God? I mean, do they send the tithing to God in a rocket? Where's the rocket going? Doomver, where's the rocket going? Venus? Mars? Where? Where does God reside? Where does God reside? Where is this rocket going to land? Where are they taking this money to? Listen, Denver, the only rocket that money is going into is the rocket, the bank spaceship, the bank account spaceship of the preacher. That's the only place that money is going. It's going nowhere. It stops in. Oh, Felipe, see you later. Felipe says, good luck with the show. You're doing an invaluable work. I got to get ready. Oh, right. Okay, good night. Good night, Felipe, and I'll see you again soon. Some churches have closed since the pandemic. Who is to blame? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Uranus. You say Uranus now, before you know it, Titan will be here. Titan Uranus, he's going to be here in a minute. With Titan. Uh, good question. Did the leaders of this faith send the money to a god? Well, Beach, first of all, which god? Second of all, what's his bank details? So when you answer those two questions, then maybe we'll know the answer to these faith leaders are thieves. Most of them are thieves. Most of them are thieves. So let's hear the rest of these people. Now, guys, this is not to make fun of people. This is not to put religious people down. No. The whole idea of doing this is this country where this video is being done is the poverty capital of the world. So many are living below the poverty line. Below the poverty line. So many are in desperate conditions. Then imagine that these people will get whatever money they get, will still take 10%. Someone who's living below the poverty line will still take 10% of that money and give it to a preacher. I mean, how do the people are getting poorer by the day? They're getting poorer by the minute. And if these preachers think that I can be rich, yeah, the people can be poor. Listen, it becomes everybody's problem. It will become everybody's problem in the long run. Come on. At what point are people going to wake up and realize, look, this is my money. I've worked hard. I haven't even got enough. I'll go and pay somebody who is teaching me, preaching about a make-believe God. Goodness. Just 1 second, guys. I need to do something quickly. Okay, there we go. Beach, I've just made you a moderator. Okay, let's hear the rest of this.
That is a kind of way of redistributing income. And, like I said, because of corruption, so the so-called tax, we know those who embezzle the money, who are not allocating the money efficiently to those areas that they were supposed to pump the money into. So, but for zakat, I think I can say 70% that the money are being used for what it's meant for.
I pay the both. Okay, because where I'm working, we pay, they reduce it from our money automatically. We don't pay directly.
Well, and the thing is, even in the Bible, it is written that we should actually give what belongs to Caesar. Yes, so I will do both. Like, I do not have an option to choose between the two, because I need to do my obligation to the states and to the government while I do my obligation to God as well. Yeah.
In everything you do, God first. I pay my tithes, and once you pay your own tithes, although I'm a pastor.
This gentleman says, in everything you do, God first. He has never paid a tax one day in his life. He has not paid tax one day in his life. But in everything you do, God first. We won't bother paying our taxes. But we will pay our tithe religiously every month, because in everything you do, God first. You're welcome, Beach. It's just sometimes we get all this spam in the chat. We're always told about going to hell. Yes, the video yesterday too. The pastor says if you don't pay. So listen, yesterday's video, you saw the pastor, he says, if you're not paying your tithe, you're not going to heaven. Full stop. So these people they're forced to pay these tithe because they don't want to miss heaven. Things like this just make me so sad. Makes me, it hurts, because no matter how much you tell these people, will they understand? Will they get it? That they're being lied to by these men? Caesar is no longer with us. Yeah, but that's the lie they tell them. Give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give to God what belongs to God. What Caesar are you paying your money to?
And I'm not trying to pretend it. You pay your tithes, and you can't do a business with God and you lose. No, so once you pay your tithes and you expect income.
He said you can't do business with God and lose. So you're doing business with God. Paying your tithe is doing business with God. I mean, can you imagine the mindset? And let me tell you, this is what people preach in the church. They tell the members that paying your tithe is going into it like a business transaction. God is like your business partner. He will not cheat you. Whereas other people will cheat you, but God will not cheat you. The Amish pay taxes. The Amish pay taxes. Tax is supposed to be compulsory.
Expect your work to grow, and once your business or your work is growing, you'll even be encouraged to pay your tax.
Okay, so where do you think tithe money goes to, and what is it meant to be used for?
Okay, well, the thing is, it is actually none of my business, and the most important thing is God actually sees my heart, and He knows that I've actually paid the tithe. So whatever the pastors or the church wants to use it for, I don't think it is my own business to calculate. But then in the Bible, I think the tithe money is supposed to be used in actually doing things at the church, like maybe doing some infrastructures and
This lady is a proper, she's a proper Christian. This is the average Christian. They're told that once you give the money to God, don't question what is done with that money. It's not your duty to question how the money is spent, because God sees your heart. And the Bible says that God loves a cheerful giver. So God loves you to bring your money cheerfully without asking questions. Don't ask what the money is being used for. That is the average Christian mind, the average Christian mentality is to not question at all. As long as God sees your heart, as long as God sees the purity of your heart, that's all that matters. So your pastor can go off and do whatever he likes with the money. It's none of your business. Guys, just 1 second, I will be back. 1 second, I just realized I did something. I'm so sorry. Good check on my, make sure he's okay. I apologize about. Right. Beacon, how are you? Says, hear me okay. Why is this thing not working? I'm not sure what's happening. Take all your money to your bank and give it to the church and see what happens to you 10 times out of 10. No, Till, please, nobody should do that. Nobody should take their money to no church. Your money will just go down the drain. You will not see your money. It will never come back to you. Your money will just disappear. Whoosh, just like that. there would be no trace of your money. Do not take money from your bank and give to no church or lead or preacher, please. Danisha, hello. Can you imagine these people, these thieves?
and
Mm-mm.
helping the needies in the church. So, but then I don't think it's any of my business.
Okay, so where
The
do you think
video's
our
not.
tax money
Hang on.
goes?
What's happening here? I can't hear the video. 9:13. Looks like the. I might need to. Wait, let's remove this. 1 second. For some reason, the videos.
Who tax help?
Who tax help?
I dey tell you, since Governor Fashola left Lagos State, I've not seen any effect of our tax in the economy.
Butter. Box.
Okay, we were somewhere here. Let's see. We're near the end of this video.
Tax
Yeah, we're
money,
somewhere here.
when we
Let's see.
pay our tax, it goes to the federal government or the state governments, as the case may be. Then they use it in actually doing infrastructures
And are they
in the
using it?
country, like the road.
Are they using it?
Well, now that's a tough one. Well, I think they are trying, but then they need to improve.
The money for tithe, you see, although it goes to the church,
Okay.
and the pastor of the church owns the church. And the Bible says when you pay the tithe, it is for the Levites, I mean the workers in the church. You understand? And it is used to build the church too. And once you are building
The gentleman said, the money you give to church is for the Levites. Guys, your 10% is for the Levites. Now, the question is, what Levites do we find in any church? He then said, the Levites are the workers in the church. You think the workers in the church get any money? Most of them work for free. Most of them are told to give their money to God for free. Mm-mm.
the church, at least you can't expect you to be stagnant. You can't expect anything in your life to remain in a place now. At least you move forward.
So where do you think tax money goes to, and what is it meant to be used for?
Anyways, tax. Maybe probably because I've not paid my own tax before. I won't lie. But to my own thinking, it goes to the government. And you know, from government, be able to use it.
Are they using it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
It depends on government to take good care of our tax we pay to them. You know, there are so many people around us there. I don't know, but I don't want to judge. There are so many people there. Maybe they manipulate things. I think it should go to government.
Well, there are some projects that needs to be done in church. There are some things that need to be done in church, and there are some payment that needs to go to the, how do I put it, the church.
Less privileged.
Less privileged, yes. And you need to make provisions, exactly what you just said. Make provision for the needs, those who needs, and those who are not capable of. You can as well go to motherless baby homes, go to the roads where we see beggars, hawkers, and where you can help them with your tithe. So I think that is how you should.
Okay, so where do you think our tax money go?
I don't know because I don't pay tax.
Yeah, it's meant to take care of the affair of the nation. That when you talk about the road construction and every other thing that's in it. That's
The majority of these people don't pay taxes and don't even know what the tax is for, but they pay their tithe. They pay their tithe religiously. It's the mindset for me. It's just the mindset. when you have a nation of people that have been convinced that it is better to pay tithes than to pay taxes. What do you expect? What kind of nation are you building? What kind of people uh, um, are you growing? What kind of people are you developing? What kind of It's just so heartbreaking. These people, these poor people are so deluded. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
What is really meant for.
So where do you think the money go?
Well, the government it has to go to the government fund, then they know what to do with it.
Actually, they use the money for all these basic amenities and road construction, all necessaries.
And where do you think the money is going to?
The money is coming back into the economy, of course.
What about zakat or tithe?
It's still
So your taxes are coming back into the society. Your taxes will come back into society.
within the economy, but we are just talking about the redistribution now, effective redistribution.
If it's for the church, according to them, they said they use it to pay the pastors, take care of the church, give some of the tithe to the motherless baby. Although I don't know, I just don't know, so I don't want to judge.
Okay, so what about tithe?
She doesn't know, she doesn't want to judge, but she's been told that her tithe is used to pay the pastors, and some of it is taken to the motherless babies' homes. But she doesn't know, and she doesn't want to judge, and she don't care to know. This is the mind of the average Christian, the average African Christian. That whatever money you give is used to pay the pastor, and after then we use the rest to do other things. But really and truly, it's none of your business. Just drop your money and off you go. You've done your bit to God. Hilarious. I see rail lines, roads, and she has no idea where the tax money is going. Mm-mm, mm-mm. We come back as gold-plated demon baffles for the pastor's new jet. I distrust the government. I feel it can be corrupted. I distrust the church even more because of the scammers in the church. Danisha, what of when the church and the government work hand in hand? What of church and government are like this? In this country, the vice president is a pastor. The president he's a religious man. They start the Congress, or what they call it, the House of Lords, or where they make decisions. They start with a prayer, they end with a prayer. The politicians and the religious leaders hand in hand. So if there's corruption in the government and there's corruption in the church, and you combine those two together, you get a double portion of corruption. Okay, all right, Tanisha. Sorry, Beach. Sorry, Beach. His imam is from Saudi. Really? Okay.
Where do you think the money go to, and what is it meant for?
According to what the government said, they said tax is meant for renovation of the infrastructures for individual or the citizens. But me, I'm not seeing it because it's just as if they are sharing the money,
Among themselves.
among themselves. Oh.
What the tithe money is meant for? It's supposed to be used, like the Bible says that bring in your tithe into my house so that there will be meat in my house. That's in my house. The money is actually meant for those men of God who are full-time pastors as well as those people who are brothers. Like when I say brothers, we're talking about Christians as well as others who are less privileged. Some churches are building universities, they are building schools, and then at the end of the day, even members of the church, they cannot afford it. They cannot afford
Also,
to put their own children in that
so
school.
you
You
know,
understand? University.
so these churches, they collect so much money. They build schools, they build universities, they build hospitals, they build all these nice things. And guess what? The members can't attend because the members are not rich enough to attend these universities. So the church builds a university on the money that has been put into the church. The members who contributed this money cannot attend, the children cannot attend these universities because they're not rich enough. The universities cost so much. The hospitals they build cost so much. Yet it is their money. It is the members' money. It's just sad. If he can separate the faith and his job, it wouldn't be a problem. But I don't think he's doing that. I don't think so either. Mm-mm.
Is that they will be charging up to like 500,000 naira for just a term, sorry, a semester, what's it called, a session. You understand? And then those that contributed the money, they cannot afford the school. You get my point? So what the money is being used for in church these days, we need to really look into it. So maybe they should even tax the church from now on. Yes.
Just a minute ago, this man was saying he would rather pay his tithe, and the tithe is supposed to use to pay the pastors. And now he's gone on to the subject of schools, how they build schools and members cannot attend. And now we need to question where the money is going in church, and we need to tax the church. I'm glad you would say that, because that's exactly what needs to happen. We need to start questioning, where is the money going to? Money that goes into all these religious organizations. What are they using the money for? What exactly is the money being used for? They use it to buy Gucci suits, Versace belts, and all these things. It's time people wake up and realize it's terrible.
For real now.
Actually, it's not a joking stuff. Thank God I pay everything. I pay my tax, I pay my tithe. Well, we've heard what people have to say, you know. Some people, they are not joking. They say God over everything. Government is not doing anything for them. According to them, government is doing something for me, at least. They call me Flori YP. Follow us on all social media platforms you can think about.
Okay, that's it. That's the video done. So the presenter himself, he pays his tithe and taxes. What a nation. What a nation. Everybody pays tax. Everybody pays tithe. Well, no, everybody pays tithe. Majority don't pay tax. People who pay tithe don't care to know where their money is going, how the money is being spent. They're getting poorer by the day. They're getting poorer by the minute. But they don't care to ask the questions. What are our pastors, our preachers doing with our money? A tithe is supposed to be paid to the Levites. There are no Levites anymore. When Jesus died on the cross and rose again, the role of the Levite is supposed to be all ended. There's not supposed to be any uh, um, atonement of sin. He was the ultimate sacrifice for sins. Jesus was. So why they need to go and be paying all these things, I don't know. And why does your God need money? Why does your God need money constantly? Constantly. It's never enough. You have tithe, you have thanksgiving offering, you have just normal offering. Then there's thanksgiving offering. Then there's building fund. Then there's pastor's offering. Then there's just all sorts of monies to be paid in church. Some churches pass on the collection plates 2-3 times in one occasion. They will pass a plate and tell you it's for pastor's birthday. They will pass another plate, tell you it's for honorarium. I don't know if you guys have heard of the word honorarium. An honorarium is what you pay to the visiting minister. So a visiting minister comes to your church. The members of the church are asked to contribute to the honorarium that's paid to the visiting minister. Some churches, they will pass another plate and tell you it's for the pastor's wife's birthday. They'll pass another plate. This is pastor's birthday offering. The offerings never stop. The collections never stop. A nation of people that would rather pay tithe than pay taxes, you are building a nation that is bound to fail. You're building a nation that's going to go further and further into debt, because only the pastors will control the monies of these people. And the pastors work with the government, unfortunately. So, this is Christianity in action. This is religion in action, where they say, bring your money to God, a God that we don't see, a God we don't hear from, a God that we don't know whether he exists or not. But just bring your money, because if you don't bring your money, you won't go to heaven. If you don't bring your money, he's going to come and get it anyway. He's going to punish you for not bringing the money. Guys, it's heartbreaking, but it's got to be said. It's got to be said. Okay, guys, this was a short session today. It's not meant to be a long live stream, because it's Sunday and you guys have very important things to do. But thank you all for coming, and thank you for watching. Very tight with the government there. It is absolutely very tight. It is what it is. It's time people wake up and just smell the coffee and realize that there's no need to pay tithe. There's no need whatsoever. No need. Why Christians preach collection of tithe when tithe in the Bible was vegetables and uh, um, food from the ground. Tithe in the Bible was not money. And these people tell the members, you have to bring money. African Minister, we should comment about the African Cup, the stadium become church and mosque, crosses and kneeling after goal, and myth of God claims. Religion and football. Religion and football. There are churches that tell the members to fast for Manchester United is playing, and the pastor loves Manchester United. The pastor would tell his members, go fast for Manchester United. Then the other church down the road, Liverpool, the pastor's supporting Liverpool. He tells his members, go and fast for Liverpool to win. Let's pray. So Church A is praying for Manchester United to win. Church B is praying for uh, um, uh, Liverpool to. Goodness. Fadi, we need to come back and do that on another day. Tanisha says, nice of you to assume that You have a life. Come on, Danisha. Of course you do. Of course you have a life. Manchester United, that's your team. Okay. Here we support Chelsea. We are Chelsea fans. Blues. We do blues around here. We do blues. Fadi, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a lovely, productive week. And love on yourself. Whatever money you have is money that belongs to you and to your loved ones. Don't waste your money giving to all these crooks on pulpits, crooks that hold their crosses, crooks that have crosses and Bibles. They're nothing but scammers. They're nothing but just bandits on the pulpit. So, guys, Chelsea is cool. I saw them play at the Yankees Stadium. Did you now? Oh, nice. All right, guys. Denver, love you all. Teal, love you too. Love you, each and every one of you. Thanks for coming to watch, and I will see you guys sometime during the week. Okay? Thank you, and bye bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Where's my thing?